Tonight, India probes alleged link of dozens of Canadian colleges to human trafficking suspects. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. This is Muslim News Canada on Muslim Network TV. I am Ahmed Ramadan. The Canadian government has strongly condemned China's sanctions targeting Canadian institutions and activists advocating for Uyghur and Tibetan rights. The sanctions announced Sunday target the Uyghur Rights Advocacy Project and the Canadian Tibet Committee. Measures include asset freezes and entry bans. Canada has expressed solidarity with these groups and urged China to uphold international legal obligations. Ottawa is warning Canadians about potential arbitrary law enforcement in China. Rights groups accuse Beijing of severe abuses against Uyghurs, including forced labor camps and decades of oppression in Tibet since 1950. China denies the claims, calling its actions liberation. Canada has vowed to oppose threats or harassment against its citizens for political views. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has finally responded to Donald Trump's repeated jabs about Canada joining the US. In a brief post on X, Trudeau shared a video celebrating Canadian identity, originally released ahead of the 2010 Winter Olympics and featured in an NBC segment narrated by Tom Brokaw. The 6-minute clip provides a broad overview of Canadian politics, diverse landscapes, and key moments in the nation's history. The response follows Trump's Christmas Day post urging Canadians to join the US, touting tax cuts and military protection. He also mockingly suggested hockey legend Wayne Gretzky run for Governor of Canada. Former Bank of Canada Governor Mark Carney is denouncing Trump's casual disrespect, urging Canadians to reject the rhetoric. Federal officials, however, downplayed Trump's comments as unserious provocations designed to rally his base. U.S. Customs and Border Protection have uncovered cocaine worth $1.1 million near the U.S.-Canada border. The drugs were hidden in 2 backpacks containing 30 packages of white powder. Tests confirmed the substance as cocaine. The Drug Enforcement Administration seized the drugs to keep them from reaching communities. Officials have not announced arrests, but Chief Patrol Agent Rosario Vasquez commended the vigilance of border agents. Cocaine is classified as a Schedule II drug. Its consumption poses a high abuse risk with severe health effects including heart complications and death. Indian authorities are investigating alleged ties between over 100 Canadian colleges linked to trafficking foreign students over the Canada-US border. The probe follows the tragic deaths of Jagdish Patel, his wife, and their 2 children. The family of 4 froze while attempting to illegally cross in 2022. India's Enforcement Directorate says it has obtained incriminating evidence during raids in multiple cities. The agency alleges that agents in Gujarat and Mumbai charge families up to $102,000 for illegal passage. Many students reportedly gain admission to Canadian colleges and then cross into the US. No comments have been issued by the federal government, the RCMP, the Indian High Commission in Ottawa, or Canadian colleges. The U.S. Embassy said Thursday it also had no comment. A Minnesota jury has recently convicted Florida driver Steve Shun and Indian national Harsh Kumar Patel for smuggling migrants. Another individual, Bhavesh Patel, is accused of organizing the Patel family's journey. Patel faces fresh allegations of orchestrating a vast trafficking network. Investigations are ongoing. Activists in Toronto continue to demand justice for Palestinians. A large crowd gathered at Toronto's Eaton Centre on Boxing Day to protest the genocide in Gaza. Eaton Centre is one of Toronto's busiest shopping hubs. The protest aimed to disrupt the normal flow of commerce, and this key retail day, drawing attention to the plight of Palestinians. The demonstrators demanded there should be no business with Israel while atrocities in Gaza continue. Protesters, holding banners and signs, called for an end to complicity with Israel's actions. Others urged governments and corporations to sever ties with the country. The rally drew significant attention from shoppers and passerby. Many stopped to listen to speeches and observe the demonstration. This Boxing Day protest follows a series of similar demonstrations worldwide, highlighting growing international outrage over the situation in Gaza. Activists say such rallies will continue until their demands for justice and accountability are met. Israeli forces have killed 50 Palestinians in multiple strikes over the past 24 hours, with 98 others injured. Among the victims were 5 medical staff killed near Kamal Adwan Hospital in northern Gaza. Israeli troops raided the hospital on Friday, setting parts of the facility on fire. Medical sources have confirmed the flames engulfed key departments, including surgery, emergency, and maintenance. The attacks forced 75 patients, including intensive care cases, to evacuate. Several critically ill patients reportedly died in the chaos. Social media footage shows tanks surrounding the hospital. Videos obtained by the Middle East Monitor show medics and patients are being stripped to their underwear. They are then forcibly marched to an unknown location. A separate attack on the Sheikh Radwan area has killed 15 civilians, including displaced families. Reports show a 4th infant has succumbed to the extreme cold. Israel's war on Gaza has killed at least 45,436 Palestinians. More than 100,000 have been injured. In late November, the International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant for war crimes and crimes against humanity. Israel also faces a genocide case at the International Court of Justice for its deadly war on Gaza. Reports indicate Syria's new interim government is set to demand $300 billion in compensation from Iran for damages caused during the country's 13-year civil war. An independent Beirut-based newspaper, Al-Moudan, reports the new Syrian government says Iran's policies have harmed its civilians. The government blames Iran's support for now ousted President Bashar al-Assad for infrastructure destruction and civilian harm. Iran provided significant military and financial aid to Assad's regime. This support left Syria saddled with tens of billions of dollars in debt to Tehran. Reports also suggest Iran is demanding between $30 to $50 billion from the new Syrian government. However, Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail al-Baghai described these reports as exaggerated. A source close to the new Syrian administration has denied any ongoing communication with Tehran. He says ties between the two governments are completely cut off for the time being. Investigations are underway into the Azerbaijani airliner crash that killed 38 passengers near Aktau, Kazakhstan. Some reports suggest the plane may have been downed by a Russian missile. Experts say the incident occurred after a surface-to-air missile, possibly from Russian air defense targeting Ukrainian drones, hit the plane. Images of the wreckage appear to show damage consistent with a missile target. Some commentators allege the holes seen in the plane's tail section are from a strike. Kremlin officials have dismissed the allegations as premature. Russia's Civil Aviation Authority says preliminary information indicates the pilots diverted to Aktau after a bird strike. The Embraer 190 aircraft was carrying 67 passengers. It was diverted due to bad weather while en route from Baku to Grozny. It crashed during an attempted emergency landing. 29 passengers survived and are now hospitalized. Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev refrained from speculation on the cause, but did confirm weather-related course changes. Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Russia are jointly investigating the cause of the crash. Azerbaijan has observed a day of mourning, halting traffic and lowering flags to honor the victims of the tragic incident. That's all from our Toronto studios. Thank you for watching Muslim News Canada. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. You can donate now by visiting muslimnetworktv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV.